Hey guys, Danielle here. Today I want to pop in and talk about something that you've probably heard before once or twice from either a family member or a friend or in the media, and that is when somebody comes to you and says, I lost all my money in the stock market, or I lost all my money during a recession. Really, next time you hear that, I want you to replace that with, I made a bad decision during a recession, because that's most likely what really happened. Let me explain. So, someone who went through the financial crisis in 2009, let's say they were already invested and their account decreased by 75%, which was common if you were invested in all stocks back then. The only way you can actually lock in a loss, remember, is that if you sell at that moment when the market is down, when you sell at a loss. For those people who went through the financial crisis and were invested, especially with a large stock exposure, for those who held tight and didn't make any moves, didn't sell all their investments off, sell their stocks when the market was low, those accounts eventually came back up because they had a long-term buy and hold strategy. They came back up to where they were, and then they surpassed that because this is one of the longest market runs we've had in history. Now, the same goes on the other side. I had a friend who once told me her and her husband got in early on a specific local stock, and she said, oh, our stock is worth this much and it's had this much gains. And I said, remember, it may be at this much gains right now. If you sold that stock today, then you would lock in that gain and you would get that profit. But it all depends on what you sell it at when you take your money out of the stock market. So the best strategy, what do we take from this? Number one is typically the best strategy is a diversified strategy and a long-term buy and hold strategy. Secondly, what the first part of the video kind of teaches you is it's really hard to make those decisions not to get out of the stock market when things are going really bad. That's why it's typically great to have a trusted advisor on your side who can kind of hold your hand and make sure you don't walk off the cliff and make a bad mistake and lock in any of those losses that you may experience. So if you've got a question about the stock market, let us know, send us an email, and we're happy to answer it. I hope this clarified a few things about how the stock market works. Thanks.